Success never arrived with noise. It didn't knock on the door or announce itself proudly. It slipped in quietly and started taking things. The pilot flew more miles than he could remember. Different time zones blurred together. Sunrises replaced sleep. Landings replaced goodbyes. Airports became familiar in a way homes never did. He learned the sound of jet bridges better than the sound of laughter in his own living room. At first, it felt worth it. Every promotion felt like proof. Every new aircraft felt like a reward. He was building the life he once dreamed of behind a rusted fence. But dreams don't warn you about what they'll cost. The first birthday he missed felt accidental. A delay, a schedule change, a storm. He called late that night. The cake was already gone. Candles blown out without him. "It's okay," they said. "You'll be here next year." The second birthday felt heavier. He was flying over an ocean when his phone buzzed with photos. A smiling face, a party hat, a space beside the cake that stayed empty. He stared at the image longer than he should have. The cockpit felt smaller than usual. By the third birthday, no one asked if he was coming. They already knew. He told himself this was the price of responsibility. That providing mattered more than presence. That sacrifice was part of being strong. But strength is quiet only until it becomes lonely. School plays came and went. He sat thousands of feet above the ground while applause filled auditoriums he'd never seen. Videos were sent to his phone, shaky recordings, missed moments, voices calling out for him, then stopping. Eventually, the recordings stopped coming too. His child learned not to look toward the door, learned not to ask. Every goodbye before a flight became shorter, less emotional, as if reducing the pain made it easier. But pain doesn't disappear when ignored, it waits. Inside the cockpit at night, the sky felt endless. Stars stretched across the darkness, indifferent to his thoughts. He wondered how something so vast could feel so empty. Midway through a long-haul flight, his phone vibrated in his pocket. He wasn't supposed to check it, but something made him. The message was short. His mother was in the hospital. Serious but stable. The words didn't explain enough. They never do. He stared at the message while the autopilot hummed steadily. He was trained for emergencies. But this was different. This was a crisis he couldn't land away from. He couldn't turn back. Passengers depended on him. The sky doesn't pause for personal pain. He sat perfectly still, eyes forward, pretending the cockpit wasn't closing in. Hours passed. He replayed memories of his mother in his mind, hands guiding him through homework, a voice cheering louder than anyone else, eyes full of pride when he first wore his uniform. He wondered if she had known how often he'd miss moments like this, if she had accepted it quietly, the way parents often do. When the plane finally landed, relief didn't follow, just urgency. He rushed through terminals, through traffic, through exhaustion. The hospital smelled like antiseptic and fear. Machines beeped softly. She looked smaller in the bed, older when she saw him, her eyes filled with tears, not from anger, from relief. "You came," she whispered, as if she hadn't been sure. They didn't talk much. Words felt unnecessary. He held her hand. For once, he stayed. But even that moment carried guilt. for every time he hadn't, for every birthday candle that burned without him, for every chair left empty. Later that night, he sat alone in his childhood home. The walls held echoes of a life that once felt full. Photos lined the shelves, smiles frozen in time. Moments he remembered, and moments he didn't. He realized something then. Success had given him wings, but it had also taught him how to leave. The cockpit trained him to manage emergencies, but no checklist prepared him for absence, for the slow realization that being reliable to strangers had made him distant to the people who loved him most. The next flight came sooner than he expected. It always did. As he prepared to leave, his child hugged him tightly, longer than usual. "Be safe," they said. "Not come back soon, just safe." That hurt more than any storm. Mid-flight, he stared out at the clouds. They looked peaceful, but he knew better now. Some storms don't shake planes, they shake lives. And they don't show up on radar. He promised himself something silently. Not a dramatic vow, just a quiet truth, that when the sky asked too much, he would learn how to say no, because some sacrifices don't come with medals. Only silence, and silence, he finally understood, can be the loudest loss of all.